Hello everybody, welcome to Backyard Garage. As you could see, it is very cold out today. We are going to be, first, heating the garage. Second, installing the bearings on the pistons. Third, installing the pistons. And fourth, showing you a mistake that I have encountered. So hang in there and we'll get you going. Okay, now we're all set up. So here's what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is unscrew the bottom of the piston here of the connecting rod, and it comes in two halves. Next you're going to install the race, or the bearing as it's called. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to notice that this has a little indent on it, which is going to line up with the indent on the connecting rod. So push that in, and then just push this down so it fits. Sometimes it's a little tough, so just be patient and work with it, getting everything lined up. There we go. We're good to go. Now, when I was talking about that chamfered edge of the piston, you can see it better after you get the bearing in. Over here, it's flat. And over here, you can see where it indents. It's got a chamfer, or a ledge, per se. That chamfer always needs to face left. Another good way that you could tell, too, where your chamfer is generally these tabs here, the alignment tabs on these bearings, they're going to face generally left. Not all, but most of the time they will face left. Now the next thing that we need to do is we're going to need to get some oil on this piston. So let me get the oil. I obviously didn't get that set up. And let me get some gloves on and then we can continue. Before I get my gloves and everything on, I'm actually going to be flipping this bad boy around. On this side. That's just to keep dust out of there. Flip it back over some more. Generally, a guy could use the handle, but it's so tight that you really can't. So I just gotta really manhandle this sucker. It's a cheap Harbor Freight piece. So. This is what I like to do. I like to get these nice and flat and even, so I got a even working surface to work with here. So alright, now that I got my gloves on, we're all set up. I got this sweet little tool, a new little toy. This Checker Flag Performance. It's a piston ring compressor. It's set at 4 inches. It's perfect for these type of builds. So when you go to install your pistons, it makes life much easier. You don't have to mess with those compressors that they have. So first thing I want to do is take some oil. I like to put it in a little bucket here. Not a lot, just a little bit. That's what I do is I'll dip my piston in there. Nice and lubed up. Get the skirts lubed up, piston lubed up, and make sure everything's nice and coated in oil. little too much there. After I get the oil on everything, I'm going to wipe a little bit of the excess off. I really don't need that much. Just need some to coat it. You're going to make sure to note, chamfer to the left, the valve reliefs facing up, just that way. So what you're going to do is you're going to put this in. First, we clocked these piston rings, so the gaps for the top oil rings here, bottom oil ring is here. The gap for the middle piston ring, we're going to make sure we bring it over to here, right here, and then the other one is going to go over here. So I have my gaps at here, 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 and here. First thing you're going to do is you're going to slide this down into the cylinder. Go slowly. And you get down where you're going to get some resistance. And you just want to squeeze this piston ring slightly. Slide it out. It's a lot easier now. It's a lot, I don't know, you just gotta work with it. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but you get it. And then this last one, you want to squeeze piston ring. Not sure if this is picking it up. And slide the collar up. So there we go. It's all contained. It's all inside this sleeve. Set it in the piston. Alright, come down and move the crankcase so it's out of the way. Or the crankshaft, I'm sorry. And then work the piston into the bore. Once it's in there, you can kind of adjust. But is what I like to do. Is have everything down. And you're just going to tap it in. You want to put some pressure on this. Make sure that this ring here is level with your block. You don't want any gaps. Gaps are bad because it'll allow the rings to expand, and this won't drop it. Oh yeah, done. Now that that's in, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take my motor stand, and I'm going to flip it around. I'm not sure if this is picking up. So what we're going to do now is, you see the piston connecting right in there, and you're going to want it over this lobe on this here. But before I do that, I got to get these cleaned up. So I'm going to set you down and clean these up, and I'll be right back.